Hello everybody and welcome back to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV. Continuing the main story quest as usual, today we're going to be entering the dungeon Haukke Manor. So without further ado, let's get ourselves queued up and ready to go. Right, and there's our queue just popped up. So let's get my cursor out of the way for the cinematic that will probably be playing at the start. Right, here we are, good to go. Quite a confusing path this place for first time visitors, seeing any amount of people getting lost in here. Thankfully I mostly remember the way, so I'll probably be directing them if people do start getting lost. Right, get our heals out nice and early, and try and set error on a few mobs. And get some heals on our tank again. Maybe I should be using my stronger quality heals. And I think... why is everybody staying still so long? Oh, we're getting a key, I think it was. Trying to adjust my action bars in between, keep an eye on their health here. Right, let's get a bit of damage going out as well on these carpet stains. With this dungeon, one of the big focuses is finding keys that are scattered throughout the dungeon to unlock doors to progress forwards. Right, so into here. And there you go, you can see the locked door just in front of us, and somebody already picked the key in that first side room we went into. That's why we had to go into it. If anybody was wondering why we didn't just ignore the room and go straight ahead. Right, let's see if I can do this. Use a tiny key. There we go. And you see there's another key lying around just up there. I'll grab this before anybody gets too badly damaged. There we go. And then we keep moving through here. Now I believe that door doesn't need to be unlocked. There's a lot of optional doors that you can unlock, and there's some extra loot in the spare rooms if you do them. This mob here is normally best if you pull back when you're working as a tank, as the maidens, the Manor maidens, can make this fight quite painful if your group's unlucky. So just a small bit of advice there in case anybody needs it. As you see, the tank's taking one heck of a lot of damage from these mobs, but that's down to the sheer number rather than his skill, I would have thought. I've tanked this place a few times in the past and I know how bad that particular set of mobs can be. So we just continue up here, on the right, through this door, and that's the first boss inside the room. Get my arrow put out there, get an arrow, get a stone following up the arrow they put out. Now as a tank I believe you are meant to interrupt that spell that she does to create an AoE around herself, and then it saves the tank having to back off for a few seconds. As you see, it's causing all our melee to have to back out, but if somebody was interrupting it, it would be a lot easier for them. Don't believe white mages have any ranged interrupts that I'm aware of. That's her down. And a green key for the rest of the place. And there's loot. Somebody's already opened it. Don't need that, so that's agreed. Strength, vitality, we don't need that, so we'll just read that. Now, a lot of people like to just jump over the balcony here, but you can go down the stairs as well. Takes a little bit longer, but yeah, doesn't really matter which way you go. We're going to move that over to there, and same with that. Put our sleep spell up there. Oops. Try to cast Arrow instead of heal just then. Whoops. Right. So now we go along here, round to the left. Kill a few more mobs. Oops. Hit the wrong target there. I didn't mean to pull that for the tank, but he seems capable enough. He's pulling quite a bit on his own. Must be quite confident in my healing abilities. This could get a little bit ugly pulling all this amount all at once. Time to get the big heals out. Alright, going well so far. Alright, we're almost done with this pack, I think. There it goes. Yep, that must have been an optional door, as everybody seems to be ignoring it. Although I think this room has a key in it that we need. There it is, you can just see it through the window there. 2 bits loot for me. 1 on greed rolls. And there's that door open. Now if I remember correctly, the Manor Jester needs to be killed first. I can't remember the specifics of why, but yeah, just something to be aware of when you come here for your own dungeon visits. And just after this guy goes down, is a part that confuses a lot of people, especially first-time visitors, is to continue on from here. You actually need to use the teleport skill or the home ability to take you back to the start of the dungeon. Don't worry, it's not going to take you out of the dungeon and mess things up. It's actually the way that things are meant to work. As I say, it's really unusual. And you see it puts us back here, and then we go up to the top of this staircase and unseal the barrier. Right. And then round this corner here, attack the sentry, and through that door on the right there is where the last boss of the dungeon is. There's Lady Amandine, the mistress who went a bit crazy after the calamity. Now the special thing with this fight is you see these void lamps in the corners. These need to be kept turned off, because if they don't get turned off, they tend to spawn in extra creatures throughout the whole fight, and it makes life very painful, especially for the tank, having to hold the boss and quite a lot of extra mobs. See, a few of them's came in there. Normally it's best to try and assign one of each of the party members to turn off the lights. But of course it does mean that with the tank having to keep on the boss, that one person has to take 2 lamps. Oh, have we killed it already? That seems to have. That was one of the fastest kills I've ever seen against this boss. Commendation. Only one person left, everybody else has already left. Right, we don't need the lance. We might as well take the boots, looks like they're an upgrade. And let's leave, see if we get a cinematic at the end of this. Darkness has taken root within these halls, sprung from the most unlikely of seeds. One cannot help but admire the impressible spirit that quickened it to life. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, adventurer. You are every bit as intriguing as our master gave us to believe. It is no ordinary mortal who can acquire one crystal of light, much less free. The crystals make you strong, and it is to that strength that the light is drawn. Heidelin chose well. A pity that your existence is irreconcilable with our own. We cannot allow you to continue upon your present course. Alas, we came here not to play, but to take the measure of your strength for Master La Habrea. That task now accomplished, we take our leave of you. Fare you well, bringer of light. Bit unusual. Fare you well, bringer of light. Yeah, that's unusual. You are returned. What sights awaited you within the manor? What has become of Lady Amandine? You must tell me all. So she went as far as to consort with devils. Would that I could have done more to prevent her fall. May she finally find peace in the beyond. I know not whether the masked men you encountered are the same pair that first led my lady astray, but it is plain that they are of the same vile brood. Should the chance ever present itself, promise me that you'll visit upon them tenfold the woe they have brought upon others. But who am I to speak of punishment? By my silence I allowed I know not how many innocent young women to die in unspeakable circumstances. It matters not wherefore, through misplaced loyalty, cowardice, or both, I am an abettor to a gross crime. I will surrender myself to the authorities and accept whatever punishment they deem just. I only pray that the gods will have mercy on my soul. Okay, back to Minfilia. And here we are, almost there. Wait, did it say it? Oh, Minfilia, not Miyun. What am I doing? Welcome back, Elric. Full glad am I to see you safely returned. Tell me, how fared you on your sojourn in the Twelveswood? Two of La Habrea's minions, and they sought to measure your strength by their own admission? The devils taunt us. It is beyond doubt, then. The Askians have begun to move in earnest. Would that we knew to what end. Yes, I will not bemoan our plight. Thanks to your tireless efforts, we are at least aware of the encroaching darkness. Alas, we can only do so much. It is clear to me now that we Scions are too few to protect the realm against this threat unaided. We must needs alert the free nations to the presence of this elusive enemy, and recommend that they heighten their vigil. There's no shortage of misery in the world that the Askians might exploit. We have an arduous struggle ahead of us. Yet come what may, we must not allow ourselves to become lost to hope, for that is precisely what the enemy desires. We have gleaned all we can from the information available to us. Let us set this investigation aside for the present. Another matter has arisen that requires your attention. Let me know when you are ready to be briefed, and I will summon the others. So we'll just complete that. Skeleton's in her closet. And we'll try and squeeze in our class quest before continuing with the main story for now. And after that, I think we'll call it an episode and continue the main story quest after that. Wait. Where is the quest for the rest? Oh, right, I see the issue. It's because I'm actually White Mage and the previous quest was meant to be for Conjurer. Right. So we'll open our armory chest, take off our soul crystal. Has need of benevolent adventurer to tend a wounded beast. This doesn't feel like it's the correct quest for what's going on, but we'll do it. Your deeds of late have earned you the respect of all at Stillglade Fane. People say you are a breath of fresh air within these still caverns. Surely you are an inspiration to us all. Having plied you with praise, I would make a request of you. An unusual creature has appeared near Folgord Float in the North Shroud. Witnesses report that it is badly wounded. While it hasn't proven itself a danger to the locals, a wounded beast is unpredictable at the best of times. Please find it and provide it with such succour as you are able. Okay. Unicorn Power Map. Right, Folgord Float, and we're going to have quite a bit of a run once we get there, so we'll see you once we reach the destination. Right, here we are at the quest destination. Nothing too dangerous going on here. Creature appears to be in great pain. Okay, heal. It's really going to complain I used rank 2 instead of rank 1. Rank 1, apparently yes. The creature seems grateful to you. Okay, and it's back to the Conjurer's Guild already? Right, here we are. Welcome back, Elric. Were you able to find the creature? What did it look like, if I might ask? Four-legged and tall, with a pristine white coat, and a single horn protruding from its brow. There's no mistake. That was a unicorn you healed. Unicorns are rare and majestic beasts native to the inner region of Corphas. They are extremely shy and are wont to avoid all contact with man. The notion that you were able to gain its trust is most thrilling. I've seen enough wild creatures to know that its behaviour toward you means more than simple gratitude. Nay, the unicorn must have sensed kinship in you. Should you doubt my words, Elric, pray take this whistle and prepare yourself. A truly uplifting experience awaits. The whistle emits a shrill tone that is said to summon a legendary unicorn. Rainbow-coloured barding optional. Okay, so apparently I seem to have earned myself a mount by doing that. Not the Conjurer quest that we were hoping to do, but I'll happily take a free mount. So let's head out to Rhea O Senna in the Eastern Shroud, which is where we need to be going for the next step of our Conjurer's quest. Right, so we're going to learn regen from this, okay? Ah, Elric, look never more the white mage, I see, and yet I fear you are as ready to perform the quieting as a chocobo chick is to carry a wood whaler clad in full plate. But take heart, for we all must begin somewhere. Today I would teach you the art of communing with the elementals. This is, by any measure, the very foundation of our art, the means by which we preserve harmony between the forest and our people. Not far from Sorrel Haven you shall find a tree, a mere sapling in the shadow of the Guardian Tree, but one that has likewise been consumed by anger and fear. I would ask you to placate this tree. The process is quite simple. Stand before the tree and raise your hands. Commune with the elementals that reside within and attune yourself to them, until your feelings are in absolute harmony. Be forewarned, however, an angry elemental can be as stubborn as my dear brother. Do not be surprised if you find your honest plea rebuffed and foul creatures sent to drive you from the forest. No matter what happens, you must remain calm. Dispatch the creatures, settle your heart, and speak to the tree once more. If your heart is true, your voice will reach the elemental ere long. Remember this, Elric. Under no circumstances must you allow your anger and fear to overcome you. As practitioners of white magic, the magic of succour and solace, such emotions are anathema to our very existence. Okie doke, so where is this taking place? It is in this region, isn't it? Let's check. Map. Oh, it's in Central Shroud. Okay, we'll see you guys when we get there. Right, and here we are at the destination for our White Mage quest. So, just, whoa, okay. Thought I had activated first, but they're spawning in by themselves. Quite a lot going on here. Let's get rid of this lindworm that's harassing us. Okay, let's, whoops, no I didn't mean to do that. I want to heal on myself before I end up dying. Is that going to cover all my health? Not really. Let's get a Cure 2 going on. Oops, no, I didn't mean to cure again. Right, is anybody else in this area? Can we use this destination? Oh, now we can. Right, furthered your potential as a white mage. Back to Rhea or Senna. Okie doke. A short while ago I sensed a great anger abate. The forest is quieter, more welcoming now. It would seem you have passed your first test, Elric. Trees are the elementals are the trees. The lush verdure of the wood is inseparable from the spirits that dwell within it. But you do not need to hear this from me. Doubtless you felt it for yourself when you healed that tree. Above all else, the elementals prize harmony. When they sense a threat to harmony, they summon forth all the powers at their disposal to expulse it. For so long have we lived in peace with the elementals. Why now do they turn against us? I can offer no answers, only theories. But one thing is certain, we must quell the Great One's fury, and do it soon, lest Gridania bear the full brunt of the forest's wrath. To soothe the forest's wounds and restore harmony, that is our duty as mages of the white, and it is a responsibility that transcends race or nation. I sensed your success in soothing the ailing tree, and am more certain of this than ever. Sadly, many cannot see past established practice and tradition, my dear brother among them. One would hope for a bit more open-mindedness given his youth, but alas, his pride as a Pagel will not permit it. For my part, I am not entirely unsympathetic to his concerns, and yet the task before us is too great. We must bring him around to see reason, but how? Forgive me, Elric. I will be alone with my thoughts for a while. Worry not, I will find a way to deal with Arun. And that's the regen spell unlocked for us. October. Right, and of course the next quest shouldn't be available until 5 more levels, level 40. So with that, we'll call this an episode, and we'll see you guys next time.